My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I am currently in Carbondale, Illinois. I'm staying at a motel. I am still under attack by Scientology. So let me explain Scientology a little bit. There are more than three dimensions. This is a fact. We have biology in these extra dimensions, extra dimensional organs and tissues. You can call it a soul. So there are 12 dimensions worth of bio. We have 12 dimensions worth of extra dimensional biology. So the human genome produces a humanoid designed to live in outer space. We have a thick outer covering. We have a head covering that has horns, and we can fly. We have short arms, big hands, and we in the afterlife we go into outer space and help participate in creation. We have magical abilities, and uh, we create suns and solar systems and planets, and seed those planets with elements, and create life on those planets and help that life evolve into modern man, which is where Anunnakis come from. We developed ourselves, or we created ourselves, and such is the human afterlife experience. It's a normal human afterlife experience. So Scientology, they cut their souls off. They cut this Anunnaki off themselves, and they stick technology in its brains, in their brains, and they drive their soul around while they're still alive. So they cut their souls off and they drive it around while they're still alive. And they go out into outer space also. And something happens in outer space. When your soul goes into outer space, you grow to larger proportions than we are here on Earth. So you can grow to massive proportions, gigantic. So these Scientologists have gotten very big also. And they make all different types of uh, alien forms. So these Scientologists, when they cut their souls off and modify it and turn it into vehicles, biologies in which they can drive, it takes on a more alien appearance. Some of them lose their horns. Uh, that's a process. Some of them keep their horns. Some of them are Nunnakai-ish, but they like to cut themselves into pieces. Our soul is so big and consists of so many different types of different body parts and so many layers of uh, biology. So every three dimensions creates another layer. They remove the layers from themselves and they wind up with three or four biologies in the upper dimensions. They make various alien forms. They make they use or they take organs and tissues from other humans and other species to make themselves whole and function properly. They take organs and tissues from other humans and other species such as reptiles, insects, and worms. They make various alien forms, and they make lizard people using lizard body parts. They make insectoids using insect body parts, and they make worm people using worm body parts. And they use worms in their their processes, their field of study, their whatever they do. They're biohackers. So now we have humans driving their souls around on Earth, all different types, all different kinds: lizard people, insectoids, worm people, alienoids, aliens. So that's what Scientology is. They give you the technology to drive your souls around. So now I have to mention there's an entanglement property. There's this entanglement property between our third dimension and our extra dimensions. If you lose a piece of extra dimensional biology, no matter where you take it in the universe, you're still in that body part. And these Scientologists, they have facilities on Earth that house body parts, and they like to do things to people, like take brain tissue. They like to take brain stems and thalamuses and parts of their brain, the upper dimensional portion of your biology. That's where they start in the upper dimensions, and they take that biology to their facilities, and they install it or store it in a storage system. Inside of this storage system, they interface it to a computer system, and this allows the users to interact with each other in a digital landscape and also communicate with each other. So it's also a form of telepathy, and it's kind of like a video game. they get to interact with each other in a digital landscape. And this technology also acts as a command center. So some of these people that do this, they use this technology as a command center so they can drive the rest of their alien forms, their other body parts. So I am under attack by some of these people. They are driving their souls onto my location, onto my home. They're stealing body parts. So this started with forced assimilation. About 14 years ago, they forced me to assimilate into a hive mind. It either means they took brain tissue, or they implanted technology in my brain, which gave me telepathy and interfaced me to this digital landscape. So get hive mind technology. They did this because they became attracted to my psychology. So they found me on social media, Facebook, and probably MySpace. I'm highly intelligent. I'm a Class A personality. At the time, I was working for the government. Less lethal munitions and other things. It was classified. Uh, and I also participated in politics a lot. So I had a large following on social media. We debated a lot about elected officials, politics, lawmaking, environmental issues, and even religious issues. I had a large following, and I knew a lot of people. A lot of people knew me, and we got a lot done in the government, which is all right. It's all right to participate in politics. There's nothing wrong with that. Uh, I was not an extremist. I'm a libertarian. I think we should have higher wages, affordable housing, health care for all, uh, even food assistance and things of this nature. And so that's where my political stance sits. I'm not an extremist at all, really. I mean, and I also write literature. So I'm part Native American and I'm part Caucasian. And I write a lot. And I like to write on social media, on Facebook, just for anybody that wants to see anywhere between just phrases or paragraphs, or even I have a lot. Written a lot. And I also have works of literature. So I wrote several works of literature, Crazy Bird Comics. I have several comic books I've been working on, but that took a back seat to other ideas and other creations I've been working on. So I wrote the Environmental Creation Agency, or Environmental Control Agency, which is just an idea that replaces the Federal Reserve with a government agency. So it moves the Federal Reserve into the government, and it replaces it with a science council that also prints money, but it has to go through a cabinet or a system of approval, and they approve products and services, trickle up economics. So we provide, or we create money in order to provide uh, uh, the basic necessities of life, and even uh, resources that help humans and other organisms on this planet achieve optimal existence, things of that nature. So, and I wrote Alien Bob, Bug Bob, Space Bob, Jewelcraft, several other stories I've been working on too throughout my life. I started writing when I was in sixth grade, and before that, I enjoyed it. Uh, but that's when I learned to read and write stories. I wrote my first short story in sixth grade, and I've been doing it ever since. A little bit at a time, a little bit more at a time. And as time went on, the more and more I did it. And now I'm doing it a lot, which is normal. That's normal human behavior. Yeah, and I got kidnapped by these people. First, because they have mind reading technology. They were attracted to my psychology. They wanted to get close to me, so they assimilated me into a hive mind. I'll fast forward to 14 years from then, or about 5 years ago, they started stealing body parts. So these Scientologists, they cut off souls for a living. They cut out body parts, and they're addicted to it. They became addicted to my biology. They specifically wanted brain tissue. So it started out, they tried to do a brain transplant. They tried to take my brains out of my head, or my soul brains, my extra dimensional brain tissue, out of my head and stick it in one of their alien forms, or try to stick it in their own soul, their own biology, as some kind of brain transplant. They tried to harvest my intelligence. So that was 5 years ago, and it turned into more biological theft, more body snatching and torture, and a snuff film, and mutilation and rape and kidnapping, and subjecting me to harassment and beratement. They berate me nonstop, so they blame it on me, victim shame me 24/7. As soon as they do something bad to me, they assault me again. Come to now, it's terrorist activity. They're putting shit in my food and water, contaminants and toxins and particles that expand. And they're even taking crystals, like some kind of crystalline or silica type material, glass-like material, crushing it up, putting it in my food and water. And they like parasites too, worms with teeth. So this technology that gives them the ability to drive their alien forms also gives them the ability to drive other organisms. So they can drive anything, humans, animals, insects, worms, in any dimension. They can drive third dimensional or extra dimensional biology, and they like extra dimensional biology. They take our souls are still souls. So even worms or parasites, they have extra dimensional biology, and they can drive these worms through body parts, through biology. And it's one of their one of their disgusting behaviors. They put worms in people, parasites, and drive them around inside of people. And they can actually get inside of this worm and see what the worm sees and eat, make the worm eat, and do all kinds of, and use it as a weapon. They call this practice war tech. So they're set up on me right now in the hotel. They're here at my hotel. They keep sticking shit in my brain too. So they have my extra dimensional brain tissue in their location. They keep sticking shit in it. They want to make modify my memories up there. So they have the technology to kind of modify, or they can look at memories and brain tissue. They can isolate them and stimulate them, and even add technology to it and try to kind of make it like an image or something you can look at and read. So they're trying to modify my brain tissue now to make it look like I had different memories or I did different things. They're trying to modify me or trying to set me up or something in some way, or they want people to see me in a certain light or something, and they want to try to hide all of the accomplishments that I've achieved, my literature. They want to say someone else did it or something like that. So that's what they've been doing over the past couple of weeks, and they damaged my brain tissue bad yesterday, the day before, and today, a little bit at a time. Then they damaged my stomach today. They cut my stomach right here deep. They damaged my brain tissue badly too. So these people have me in a hive mind. I can see them inside of my mind. In my mind, I can see them. Their avatars and their alien forms, and I can see them here at my hotel room. And they subject me to criminal behavior, serial killer, kidnapping type of behavior, Jeffrey Dahmer type shit, and it's Dr. Kevorkian type shit too. They subject me to like harassment and sexual activity and molestation and perverted behavior. They damaged my brain badly, so they also lacerated my brain today. I don't know in what dimension, but it's making me sick. It's causing my cognitive function is declining. I can't think as much anymore. I can tell I used to have more thinking capacity or more capacity to think, especially visually, and I can't hardly see my brain anymore. I can't think properly anymore. Yes, they're here at my location now. They just stuck something else in my brain. They won't stop. They're evil people. Evil people. Serial killer type people. So this is Scientology. They cut their souls off and they go to outer space before their time. They go to heaven before they die. And they live a double life. And they use their souls to hurt people. And they harvest body parts too. And they see value in other people's body parts. They see them as a commodity. Something they can use to achieve their goals, which is body snatching. And they make alien forms, making alienoids. That's what they use our body parts for. And especially because you're in those body parts. You are in that biology, especially brain tissue. So it's kidnapping too. And it's turned into some nasty, disgusting criminal behavior. So I received more brain damage today. They sit up inside of my hotel room, and every time I lay down, they jump on me and they start assaulting me. So they assaulted me in the brain tissue today, in the stomach, and they keep putting shit in my food and water. I can't even eat or drink anything now.